Feeling the squeeze as inflation in the U.S. reaches a new 40-year high.
Data from the Labor Department shows consumer prices rose 9.1% from a year ago, the fastest pace since 1981. CBS 2's Lisa Rozner reports on what this could mean for you.
One New York City supermarket chain tells CBS 2 it just again raised the price of eggs because the margin loss became critical. The executive says rising gas prices and labor shortages have also increased the costs of basics such as chicken, milk, and spices. Compared to a year ago, prices at the grocery store saw the largest increase since 1979. A look inside the numbers shows the cost of rent rose at a rate not seen since 1991. Bill Kowalczyk is a broker in New York City and expects people who stay in the area will move to a smaller space for the same amount of money.
I've been seeing 20 and 30% rent increases. So if someone can no longer afford that rent, then they need to move.
Gas soared nearly 60% in June compared to 2021. However, the cost of gas is declining. The AAA says prices are down almost 40 cents a gallon in the past month. While it may be easier on drivers' wallets, experts say it could actually be a sign the U.S. is headed for a recession.
That's another signal. Gas prices drop during a recession because demand drops during a recession. People are traveling less.
Record high inflation is also exacerbating New York City's hunger crisis. City Harvest says there are 36% more food insecure residents than before the pandemic. A recent study from UC San Diego found minority households are being hit especially hard because they spend a larger portion of their income on essentials like housing, electricity, transportation, and food.
These same communities are trying to balance the cost of rising food prices with the cost of rent and childcare, transportation, and medical expenses. So it's certainly something that we're paying close attention to.
The Federal Reserve Board meets July 26th and 27th and is expected to discuss interest rates at that time. In Midtown, Lisa Rozner, CBS 2 News.
And City Harvest says it recently surveyed clients of its community partners. 9 out of 10 say they expect to rely on pantries more this year, more exclusively because of inflation. So far this year, the nonprofit says it has rescued tens of millions of pounds of meat and produce to serve nearly 400 pantries and soup kitchens across the 5 boroughs.